Why some people are instantly respected and others are not? There's something I want you to think about. You have seen it before. Some people walk into a room and immediately things shift. They don't try, they don't announce themselves, they don't dominate the discussion or the space. And yet, people listen to them, they're attracted to them, they make themselves want to be close to these people. And then there are other people who are equally smart, capable, educated, maybe they have a nice job, a nice face. However, they're being interrupted, overlooked, and dismissed. Today, I want to talk about why respect is instant for some people and almost unreachable for others. And no, this has nothing to do with looks, titles, or being alpha. It has everything to do with inner positioning. Respect is not earned the way you think. Let me start by dismantling a lie many of us were taught. Respect does not come from being liked, being overly polite, being helpful all the time, or explaining yourself well. In fact, the more someone tries to earn respect, the less they tend to receive. Let me repeat that. The more someone tries to earn respect, the less they tend to receive. Being respected, it's something deeper. And it's not a reward people usually give you consciously. It's a decision their nervous system makes about you, usually within seconds. And initially, the first 7 seconds when they see you and they notice you. Once that decision is made, everything else follows. Instant respect is about regulation and not confidence. Here's what people rarely talk about. Instantly respected people are not necessarily confident, they are regulated. Their nervous system is calm, their energy is grounded, they're not rushing to be understood. They do not feel silence because silence does not threaten them. And this communicates something very powerful. I am comfortable being here, I don't need permission to take space. That comfort creates safety, and safety creates authority. On the other hand, people are constantly explaining, justifying, softening, checking reactions, filling the silence. They send a very different message. Please don't misunderstand me. Please approve of me. See me. Recognize me. Respect me. And approval seeking, no matter how subtle, erodes respect. Respect begins before you even speak, because it is something important for you to remember. Respect is created before your words even are going to say anything. It's creating moments like when someone interrupts you, when a comment crosses a line, when your time is treated casually. People who respect it do not rush to correct or defend, they pause. There is a moment of stillness, a look, a shift in energy. That pause says, something just happened and I noticed. They do not overreact, but they also do not abandon themselves and their boundaries. People who struggle with respect usually swing between two extremes. They tolerate too much or they explode after tolerating too much. Both signal weak boundaries. Respect does not come from emotional intensity, it comes from emotional consistency and self regulation. Therefore, you need to remember the power of less, which is a very important trait for people who want to be respected, and especially professionals. They practice restraint, those who manage to be respected automatically without trying. They do not overshare, they do not over-explain, and they do not over-justify. They do not tell you everything they think. They tell you what matters and what is of essence to them. And because of that, when they speak, people listen to them. Here's something uncomfortable but true. You need to know that. The more you talk to convince, the less convincing you become. Because you need to be able to command attention by being straightforward, to the point, and with essence. When you are excessive in your expression and how you're trying to interpret things and say your truth, you might not be respected the way you would like to. Self-respect is always visible to other people. They respect you because you do not abandon yourself. Because self respect shows up what you decline without guilt, what you don't chase, how you handle disappointment, whether you stay in situations that sadly diminish you. People who respect it may be kind, they may be warm, they may be empathetic, but they are not endlessly available, or they're not afraid of being in a situation where there is discomfort, because there is dignity. And that dignity and self regulation is so powerful that echoes within the room. But let me go to the most important part: why some people are consistently disrespected. People who struggle with respect often confuse kindness with self erasure, fear being received as difficult, overfunction emotionally, negotiate their value, not only in professional settings but also in personal settings. They try to earn respect by being agreeable, useful, or accommodating to others. But respect does not come from usefulness, it comes from self containment. So, if you want to be more respected instantly and over time, stop asking, how do I make people respect me? And start asking, where do I rush in conversations with people? Do I speak a lot? Do I speak fast? Am I filling up the silence? Am I giving too much information over sharing because I have this kind of need? Why do I do that? Am I tolerating people crossing my boundaries? If if somebody crosses my boundaries, how do I handle the situation? Because respect, once again, it's not something you can demand. It's something you are earning by how you are behaving to yourself and then to others. Follow for more, because I'm talking about self leadership, self empowerment, public speaking, and more. This is the podcast with Karina.